Alright guys, so alongside the Transforming Super Buu Dokkan Fest, we also got the Supreme Kai vs. Kid Buu story event. And in that, we were able to farm up this TEQ Supreme Kai right here. Now, this guy is actually very impressive for a free-to-play unit. I think he's one of the better free-to-play units that have maybe ever been released. Now, the only thing about him that is kind of a negative is, well, there's two things. One, you do kind of have to restrict him to just the Realm of Gods theme. Otherwise, his passive will basically do nothing. Like, he has to be with other Realm of Gods units for him to be effective. Two is he does have incredibly bad links. For the most part, a lot of his links are just things you're not going to be able to get to activate very often on really any of his teams. But outside of that, he is pretty good. A free-to-play Realm of Gods leader, both him and... Is the Western Supreme Kai also Realm of Gods? I believe she is. Wait, hold on. Let me take a look. Hold on. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, so that's good because until now, only Ultra Instinct Goku was a Realm of Gods category leader. Like, you literally couldn't run the team unless you had him, right? Now, at least there is some sort of free-to-play or alternative method to running the actual Realm of Gods theme. So we'll go ahead and feed in all of the medals from the story event that we need to awaken him, plus one Supreme Kai medal, and boom. I really like what they did with this card, too, in that he becomes, you know, Supreme Kai, plus with all of the other Supreme Kais. So that does really help it out that, like, we're actually kind of able to use, you know, the other Supreme Kais rather than just the Western one. And of course, you know, this Supreme Kai, he is the Eastern one. So boom, there we go. They're awakened. I'll go ahead and just level these guys up to level 120, and then we'll hop into an event on a Realm of Gods team and test them out. Alright guys, so this is the team that we're going to go ahead and try out to test out the Supreme Kai, Shin, whatever the fuck you want to call him. This is where we'll go ahead and test out his power. Now, again, you do have to pretty much use him on a Realm of God team in order for him to actually be able to get his passive to activate, because he gets 1 key and 20% attack and defense per Realm of God ally on the team. So, you know, you could use him on the Buu Saga and put on, like, you know, maybe the other Western Supreme Kai or something like that. Sure, or, you know, you could try him on the Potara team, where you could have, like, you know, LR Vegito Blue or one of those types of units on the Potara team, and he'll be able to help out a little bit. But basically, in order for him to be very effective, he is going to need to be on the Realm of Gods team. Now, that does put him in a pretty small class of units. On the Realm of Gods team, he gets a 140% attack and defensive buff if it's a full Realm of Gods team. So that's quite good. The other thing I do want to note here is he is technically just Supreme Kai. Like, he doesn't have, like, it's not like Supreme Kai plus other Supreme Kais or anything like that. Like, he's just a Supreme Kai. So without any links active whatsoever with Rose, let's see what he's in at. 700,000. Okay, that's a little less impressive than I would have liked, to be honest. I would have liked to seen it gone a little bit higher than that. But of course, you know, with like God Topo around, he will be able to get higher than that, because his links, things like Telekinesis, Rival Duo, Cold Judgment, Master of Magic, Godly Power, Supreme Power, and Shattering Limit. A lot of those, it's just gonna be hard to get those to activate on the Realm of Gods team. Like, you know, you do have Topo, right, who's gonna have Rival Duo, and he's also gonna have Godly Power. Like, I think Godly Power, that is something that's not gonna be too tough to get active. You know, the Ultra Instinct Gokus have that, God Topo's got that. You know, if you're using Jiren has that. Any forms of Beerus will have that. But things like Master of Magic, that's just not... that's not, like, a very common link at all. Like, Master of Magic is a link that, like, Demon King Piccolo has, a couple of Fat Boos, Deborah, Majub, Toa, like, just very random units that, you know, the Supreme Kai is not really going to get any benefit from, which is a damn shame. Okay, so here we go. Boom. So now Supreme Kai, this is pretty much going to be where we're going to see how hard he can hit with God of Destruction Topo. Of course, having both Godly Power and Rival Duo, so 2 of his attack links are active. Let's see what our boy Kaioshin can do. As long as he hits over 1 million, I think I'm satisfied. Okay, boom. So he is over 1 million. Again, that's nothing like monstrously crazy, like, you know, compared to a lot of other units we've seen. But when you consider the fact that he is a free-to-play option, like, not only is he a free-to-play unit, but it's very, very easy to farm him up, I think he's pretty damn good. Like, you know, he'll be able to defend at a pretty reasonable clip, I think, too, you know, outside of getting hit by super attacks or anything like that. But, you know, I'm impressed. This is exactly the type of thing that I think they can do that will help out a lot of free-to-play players, because, you know, not everyone is going to have, you know, a full Realm of Gods team. Like, not everyone's got, you know, LR Goku Black and, you know, Tech Vegito Blue, SCR Rose Goku Black and shit. So, like, if they could do this with some of these category teams, like, you know, they could easily do this with, like, a Hybrid Saiyan unit, like some sort of farmable, like, you know, GT Goten. There's a unit that's not really represented at all in Dokkan. A Super Saiyan GT Goten, who is the same thing. He could be 1 key and then attack and defense 20% per Hybrid Saiyan ally on the team. I think that would be phenomenal. That's a very good idea. Like, hopefully this is a trend that they continue, rather than, you know, doing it once and abandoning it. Because this is something that could be very, very helpful for many free-to-play players. You know, because now, you know, as long as you've got UI Goku, because there's 2, well, now, no, there's 3 Realm of Gods leaders now. You have Supreme Kai right here, the unit we're showing today. We have Ultra Instinct Goku, and then the summonable EGL Western Supreme Kai. Those are the 3 Realm of Gods leaders now. That Western Supreme Kai, by the way, she is a juggernaut. She actually gives a 40% attack buff. I think, you know, Supreme Kai might actually be able to get a little bit, he might be able to hit a bit harder with the AGL Western Supreme Kai on rotation. Let me take a look at her links, because she doesn't have, like, Master of Magic. Yeah, she doesn't. She would only have Godly Power and Supreme Power. Those are the 2 links she would share with Supreme Kai. But, like, again, if we also consider that she gives a 40% attack buff, whereas, what's his name? Topo only gives a 35% attack buff. You know, that is a sizable difference right there. So, I don't know. When I do the video on the AGL Supreme Kai, I'm going to make sure to bring the TEQ Supreme Kai onto that team as well. I mean, if we even did a rotation with TEQ Supreme Kai, and then we had him in between the Western Supreme Kai and God of Destruction Topo, like, he probably could get up to, like, a 1.3, 1.4 million attack stat. That would be very, very interesting to see. And again, a completely free-to-play option. Like, that's just not stuff that you normally see. So, I just love it. Dokkan and Legends continue to push each other in good ways. Both games continue to dramatically improve. It seems as though the direct competition between each other has helped out a lot, and I do hope it continues. So, looking at this guy, this is the Universe Watcher Supreme Kai. His leader skill is the Realm of Gods category at 3 key and HP attack and defense 50%. For a free-to-play player, you could easily run this guy, a friend UI Goku, and you're good to go, because Realm of Gods team is so powerful now. For something like Super Battle Road, it's not going to work. Definitely not. That Realm of Gods stage is too... I think it would be too difficult to do it with this Supreme Kai. I mean, if you had a full Rainbow team, sure. But, like, it's... The Realm of Gods stage in Super Battle Road is very difficult. But, like, going through normal stages, you would be able to easily clear normal stages just with this Supreme Kai as your leader. I don't think you would have really much difficulty at all. Now, his super attack is the Fierce Godly Kai attack, which does supreme damage and raises allies' attack by 30% for 1 turn. So there is benefits to having this guy in the first slot. He always super attacks no matter what. But the fact that he'll be there in that first slot, he can give allies a slight attack buff as well. Could be pretty useful. His passive skill, Best Practice, is of course 1P and 20% attack and defense per Realm of God's ally on the team. So of course he starts out with super attacks on every rotation on a Realm of God's team, and he's got a 140% attack and defensive buff. The only reason he doesn't hit like absolutely ludicrous amounts of damage is of course because he's a free-to-play unit, and you know his attack is only 11,200. You know, nothing exceptional at all. So that's what kind of is able to rein him in a little bit as a free-to-play unit. Now his links, this of course is the big weakness of him. Telekinesis, Rival Duo, Cold Judgment, Master of Magic, Godly Power, Supreme Power, and Shattering the Limit. Those are his links. Pretty bad. 12 key multiplier is 140%, which is fine. You know, for a free-to-play unit, that's about what I would expect, I guess. And he's on 3 category teams. Of course, the Realm of God's team, which is pretty much where you got to use him. He's also on the Majin Buu arc team. Now, I don't think he's going to be too useful over there. Because there's not a lot of Realm of God's units on that team. It's just going to be like the Kais who fought Buu and stuff, right? Like, there's no Super Saiyan Blue units or no Rose unit or anything like that on the Majin Buu arc team. So he's not going to be too useful there. And then he's also on the Potara team. I feel like you could probably run him on the Potara team. You know, if you've got Vegito Blue, you have got Base Form Goku Black, Rose Goku Black. You know, you have enough units like that, you probably could get away with running this guy on the Potara team, and he would still at least be effective. Not quite as good as he can be on the Realm of God's team, but, you know, he would be a useful unit for free-to-play players. So, you know, if you're a free-to-play player, you want to rainbow this guy, I'd say go ahead. He can be incredibly valuable. As you guys see, I decided to rainbow him on my account. I love the Supreme Kai. Glad he gets some respect, and we got all the other Kais right there. Oh, just before they were violently massacred by Kiddo. But, alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.